The Little Western Line is always busy during the summer. During this time, Donald and Douglas are brought up to help with the freight work. But this year, there was a problem. One day, Douglas and Duck had an accident. Both engines needed repairs for the damage.
Don't worry, this wasn't either of your faults. The signalman was not taking his job seriously, and he shall be dealt with immediately.
Indeed, sir. But what's going to happen while we're gone? Who will take care of the passengers and freight?
I am wondering that myself. This'll be tricky. Wait a minute. I recall the China Clay Works being closed for repairs. I wonder if Donald and Oliver could do the passengers, and Bill and Ben do the freight work. Oh dear, those two will wreak havoc. Don't worry, I'll make sure they behave themselves.
Well, that's easier said than done, old Ollie. Duck was right. Bill and Ben were feeling very mischievous as they came to Tidmouth.
Oh boy, this'll be fun.
Well, hello there, you two. We're very much in need of your help.
Yes, indeed. We heard you were no longer useful, so I guess we're here to replace you.
Oh, we'll see about that. Remember to behave yourselves while working here.
We will.
I'm sorry to say that wasn't the case. The twins were very cheeky at every chance they got.
Look out for the turntable!
Oliver slammed on the brakes and the trucks banged into each other.
Not you, silly. I'm talking to Ben.
Yeah, right. That's not funny.
Both the twins thought it was and laughed away. Later, Bill and Ben had to shunt Oliver's coaches while Oliver had a drink. However, the twins shunted Isabel, Dulcie, and Toad before they could be coupled together. They came into the station and gave Oliver his coaches. The porter fastened the front coupling on Isabel. When the guard blew his whistle, Oliver headed off. But Dulcie and Toad didn't.
Mr. Oliver, you're, forgetting something?
Stop!
Oh, botheration, Bill and Ben!
Whoops, I guess we forgot to couple them.
Oliver was cross.
They are very inept for work on a branch line like this. It's not that, Ollie. They just didn't care about the consequences. Oh, they do, but only when they get in trouble. Hold on. I think if they trick us, then it's only fair that we trick them. And I have the perfect idea. And what would that be? Hey, Rex!
Yes?
Could you come over here? I need your help with something.
Bill and Ben were bashing around Callan Yard. They were being careless and ran into each other.
Hey, watch it! No, you watch it! It's your fault! It's not! It's you!
Hey! You two better be careful, or else something very unfortunate may happen.
And what's that?
I've known many engines on this island who misbehaved, and as punishment, they were shrunk.
Shrunk?
Yes, shrunk down to a tiny little engine, no longer useful at all. And tiny engines have to work on the tiny railway.
Tiny railway?
Yes, with tiny coaches and tiny trucks. It's absolutely dreadful.
It's absolutely rubbish. Yeah, stuff and nonsense. The Fat Controller doesn't have the power to do that.
Don't say I didn't warn you.
Pah!
Later, Bill had to take a freight train to Arlesboro. He had never been there before and was in for a surprise. As he pulled in, he suddenly noticed some tiny engines.
Oh my God! They're puny!
Really? We're not that small. Bill stopped by a sad-looking green engine.
Hello, you're
Small? Yes. I made some poor decisions and ended up here.
What do you mean?
Well, I was a very naughty engine. I was told off time after time, but didn't listen. Therefore, as punishment, the Fat Controller shrunk me into a little engine, Now I'm no longer useful." Bill was speechless. As soon as his trucks were unloaded, he raced away.
Ben! Ben! What, Bill? Can't you see I'm busy? It's Oliver's story. I think it's true. There's a small railway up at Arlesborough.
Bill, what have you been smoking?
Bill showed Ben the small railway. Ben was very distraught, but tried to act brave.
It's all nonsense, Bill. There's probably a reason they're small. Maybe they have to go through windy routes through the mountains. Oh no! Look! It's Dennis! And Mavis! Oh no! It's not Mavis! Look! There's two of those diesels!
Ben scoffed and hurried away, but he was still very worried. Later, he arrived at Tidmouth with a freight train and saw the Fat Controller talking sternly to Gordon.
"You have been very rude to railway staff lately. This arrogant behavior must stop, or there will be consequences." "Yes, sir. Sorry, sir."
Ben was trying not to laugh as he left, but he stopped laughing the next day when he arrived at Arlesborough. As he shunted his cars, he suddenly spotted a small blue engine. It was hard to tell, but it looked a lot like Gordon. Of course, it was only Bert, but Ben started shaking frantically.
Gordon! He's been shrunk!
"Come on, Ben. What are you waiting for?"
Oh, nothing.
Then there was trouble.
Oh no!
Oh no, not the buffers.
"Oh, great! Now what's happened?"
Before anyone could say anything else, Ben scurried off. He was gone for quite a while, and soon everyone was concerned.
"Where is your brother, Bill? Are you sure you don't know?"
Yes, sir. Haven't seen him since this morning.
"Then this is very serious. I suggest we send out a search party immediately."
There will be no need to do that, sir. I saw a yellow tank engine hiding in the tunnel by Holtraw. Spencer was indeed right. A yellow figure could be seen hiding in the tunnel.
"Ben, is that you?"
No reply came.
"Come on out now, Ben. What's going on?"
Please don't shrink me, sir. I'm sorry.
The Fat Controller was very confused.
"What on earth are you talking about?"
Sir, I might have told him a small tale to keep him and Bill in order."
"A small tale, eh? And what exactly might that be, Oliver?"
Oliver told the Fat Controller what he had told Bill and Ben. The Fat Controller stared, then burst out laughing. Everyone else joined in.
"Oh, Oliver, you are so devious. I could never have come up with a story like that. Goodness, now that you mention it, I wish I did have that kind of power."
You tricked me, Oliver. How dare you?
"Oh, look who's talking, you hypocrite." "Indeed. I may not be able to shrink you, but if you keep playing pranks, I will use my other special powers on you."
I'm sorry, sir. But what about the broken buffers?
"I heard about that. You should have been more careful, but it was an accident. I don't punish engines over minor things like that. Now off you pop, Ben."
And Ben did just that. Later that day, Bill and Ben came to Oliver to apologize.
We're sorry we played pranks on you. We didn't mean any harm.
"Of course you didn't, and that's all right. It's perfectly normal to crack jokes, and everyone plays a prank or two of some kind. You just need to know the boundaries."